Welcome to HCR Training Course Chapter 3.3. In this chapter, you will learn about the basic commands. I will let you know how to use basic programming commands and its features. Commands and functions in this video is based on RODI 1.6 version or higher. Let's start the first step. If you click Commands icon in Programming screen, you can see all of commands of RODI. In this chapter, we will learn about basic commands as you can see in this screen. If, loop, switch, wait, set, subprogram, folder, message and halt. I'm sorry but we cannot use conveyor command in this time. The first step of this chapter is if command. Let's click if command icon to add a new if command on your program. We use this if command when you have to move your robot in accordance with changeable conditions. If command performs calculations or situations that depend on whether the condition is true or false. If you click this if command, you can see a subprogram tree of this command. Basically, this command has one subtree in accordance with blank conditional statement. If you want more conditional statements in its tree, just click else if icon to add a new one. You can also delete else if tree as you want. To use this if command, you need to make a find conditional statements. Let's click the conditional statement field to make a new conditional statement. After you click the field, you can see a pop-up to make a conditional statement. In this screen, you can make conditional statements by clicking the boxes and filling in the boxes with conditional elements and variables or input and output signals. For the first box, you need to choose one of signals or variables. For the red box on the middle, you need to choose one of conditional elements. For the last box, you need to choose one of the conditions. After you clicking the enter button, you can see your new conditional statement like this. Let's make statements for else if trees. If you click add button in this pop-up screen, you can add conditions like this. Or you can use your advanced keyboard by clicking the keyboard icon. After you click the keyboard icon, you can use your keyboard and this will help you to make a complicated conditional statements. In this screen, you can also load your I/O signals and variables by clicking them in the list and complete conditional statements. After you make all conditional statements like this, you need to fill in subtrees with other commands. Let's click each subtree and add wait command to see how this program works. In this case, if first conditional statement is true, the commands in the first subtree will be executed. If first conditional statement is not true, RODI will check the second and third conditional statement step by step. If third one is true, RODI will execute commands in the third subtree. Now, let's make a variable to see how this if commands works in real time. We cannot use input and output signals because we are using simulator installed on your PC. In this case, let's make a new number type variable and change the initial value to 3. And let's modify all conditional statements to use this variable. And then, remain wait command for each subtree. After you set all conditions and commands, please remember the initial value of your variable. Because the initial value is 3, there is only one true statement in the if command. After you click play button, we can see how this if command works. As you can see, Rody found the true condition and commands in the subtree are executed. Now, I will change the initial value from 3 to 5 because I want to see how Rody works if there is no conditional statement which is true. In this case, there is no true as you can see. Let's click Run button. After you click the Run button, Rody will ignore if command and execute the next command of if command. In many cases, this ignoring will make serious problems and errors when you make automation system with HCR. So, when you use if command, please be aware that you need to use else condition. After you click small checkbox for else function, you can see a new tree for this condition. Let's add a new message command to see a message when else function is executed. After you click Run button, we can see a pop-up message with text. In this way, we can identify that there is something wrong in our conditional statements. And also we can prevent unexpected ignoring in robot motion. Now, let's go to the final step of this if command. You can see a clock icon for each conditional statement field on the screen, and if you click the icon, you can see a small alphabet R on your if command icon. This R means real-time monitoring function for each conditional statement. If this function is activated, Rody will monitor the conditional statement during commands and the subtree is executed. And if the condition changes from true to false, Rody will stop the commands right away and try to find the next true condition of the if command. If your second conditional statement is true, Rody will execute commands in the second subtree. But we have to be aware that Rody will not check the previous conditional statements which has monitored already. This real-time monitoring function will help you to make more flexible and reliable automation system with HCR. Now, let's go to next step. Please erase if command and add a new loop command. You can use this loop command when we need to repeat series of commands for several times as you want. In loop command, you can choose only one of 4 kinds of case when activate loop element. If you click always apply, loop will not stop until you click the stop button for main program. If you input times for loop command, Rody will repeat this loop for specified number of times. You just need to add commands in the subtree of loop command if you want to repeat them. The final option for loop command is based on conditional statement. This function is almost same as if command and you can make a condition. You can activate this loop command according to the conditional statement. If the condition is true, Rody will activate this loop and run until the condition changes from true to false. You need to click expression button to make a conditional statement. Let's make a conditional statement using number type variable. Rody will activate this loop command if the variable is smaller than 5. And after the variable becomes 5 or bigger, Rody will deactivate the loop. After wait for 2 seconds, Rody will increase the value of variable by 1. When variable becomes 5 after several loop repeat, because conditional statement is no longer true, Rody will close the loop and execute the next command of this loop command. When this program is running, you can monitor the variable by clicking the Variable Monitoring tab. And also, there is real-time monitoring function for loop command, and this is exactly same as the function for if command. This real-time monitoring function is very useful when make a conditional statement with input signals. Now, let's go to next step. Please click switch icon to add a new switch command. Switch command is a kind of if command, but you can only use variables to make a conditional statement. If you click the drop-down box, you can see the list of your variables including global variable. After you select a variable to apply, click case button to add variety cases. These cases is very similar to else if function of if command. You can see subtrees for each case, and you can also add commands into that subtrees. If you click the case condition field, you can input variable value for each case. Use default function is similar to else function of if command. Let's make 3 cases and a default case and add some commands for each subtrees. In this case, if I click the Run button, Roti will execute the command of case 2 because that case is true. You can see how this switch command works on the screen. Please be aware that you can only use number type variables for this switch command. Now, let's change the initial value of variable to see how default function works. If I change the initial value like this, there is no true condition for this switch command. Therefore, Roti will execute the message command inside the default tree. We can reduce tactical time of total program when you use switch command instead of if command because Roti will check all conditions for each switch case at the same time. On the other hand, Roti will check the conditions for each else if command one by one. Let's go to next step. Please click wait icon to add a new if command. You can choose only one of 5 kinds of case when activate this wait command. You can stop your robot for specified seconds by activating waiting time function. If you want to let robot wait a digital input signal, click digital input icon and select one of your input signals and conditions. You can also use analog signals for this wait command. And there is also expression field to make a conditional statement for this wait command. In this function, you can make a conditional statement as a trigger to break the wait command and let the Roti execute following commands. If you click the expression field, you can see a pop-up to make a conditional statement. Let's go to next step. We will learn about set command. Please click set icon to add a new set command. You can control and change the status or value of your output signals and variables and also TCP. In I/O tab, you can change one of digital output signal status and also analog status and input electric voltage for your tool. After you select one of the list, you can press test button on the top and see how your selection works. If you want to change the value of analog output, you need to set up unit for analog output first. Let's set up unit for analog output and return to programming screen. Now, you can change and test the value of output voltage. Sometimes, you need to change the voltage value for your tool when you use tool changer. Let's click Variable tab of this subcommand. In this tab, you can change the value of your variables by a numerical expression or assignment. First of all, you need to select one of your variables. If you select a numerical expression, you can open pop-up screen to make a numerical expression. Let's make a simple expression and run program to see how this set command and expression works. In this case, you can monitor the changes of your variable like this. If you type a simple answer into the expression field, not a numerical expression, you can change the value from its original to the simple answer you typed. Let's play this example program and see how this command and expression works. As you can see in this monitoring tab, value of your variable has been changed from 0 to 5 because of this set command. If you select assignment for your variable, you can assign the value in person during the program is running. Let's select assignment and type any text for message field like me. And then, click Run button to play this program. As you can see on the screen, you can see a pop-up for direct assignment and also the messages you typed. Because the type of variable is number, I can only assign number for this variable. After I type 7 for this and click OK button, you can see the variable changed from 0 to 7. We can use this assignment function with number or string or Boolean type variables. This assignment function is very useful when you make a combinations of set and if or switch command. In this way, you can make a real collaborative automation system for operator and robot. Let's make a simple combination of set and switch command like me. As you can see, this assignment function will help you to make a human-robot collaboration. Let's go to next. You can also change your TCP setting or payload by using this set command. If you want to change the TCP during program is running, click the drop-down box and select one of your saved TCPs. You can also see the differences by clicking Test button. You can change payload value without changing the TCP if you wish to. Let's go to next step. There are only 4 commands left. Cheer up, ladies and gentlemen. Please click folder icon to add a new folder. This folder will help you to make your program tree more simple. You can group some of your commands and make a folder and name it with description. If you want to add or paste commands, click the folder first to open the subtree and add or paste your commands. If you want to group some of your commands, click all of them in the selection mode and click Combine Folder button. The next step is message command. Let's click the message icon and add a new message command. There are 2 message types. Pop-up will make pop-up window contains output as you set below. If you choose pop-up, you can choose one of the preset command. If you choose pop-up, you can have 2 options: suspend or stop. If you click suspend, Rodi will pause the program and give you 3 options. On the other hand, you can stop your program by choosing Stop option. You can see selected variable value by selecting variable output instead of your own text. List will not make a pop-up and there is no preset command for this. You can see your messages in Message List tab. Let's go to next step. HALT command will stop your program immediately. Now, you have arrived at the final step of this chapter. Let's click Subprogram tab to add a new subprogram. In Subprogram tab, we can make a new subprogram from saved main program files. After you make a new subprogram in this tab, you can use Paste Subprogram into the Main Program tab. Let's click the subprogram icon. When you click the subprogram command, you can see two options to create program. You can load files from created main program files or template files. Let's load a program from saved main program files like me. Please be aware that you cannot load commands which is inside the initialized tree. After you load a program file, you can see as same commands and trees as original main program. And also, the name of this subprogram is the same as original one. Click Save button to save your subprogram. You can see a small checkbox named Keep Subprogram on the menu. If you activate this checkbox, the changes in this subprogram will not affect to the original main program. So, you don't have to worry about losing the original main program. Let's make another subprogram and go back to the main program tab. If you click the subprogram icon, you can add a subprogram for this main program. Click the Select button to select one of your subprograms. At this time, you can only see subprograms which is in the Subprograms tab of this main program file. Click one of them to load and click Select button to apply. Now, you can see your subprogram loaded into the main program. This is exactly same as subprogram in the subprogram tab and they are connected. If you delete or add a new command of the subprogram in the main program screen like this change will apply exactly same to subprogram inside the subprogram tab. But as I mentioned, you don't have to worry about your original main program if you activated the keep subprogram function. This chapter is finally over. Thank you for your attention. We've learned about how to use 9 basic commands of Roti, and I'm sure that you are able to make a simple automation system with these commands by yourself. In next chapter, we will learn about advanced commands as you can see here. Thank you and see you next chapter.